Care to earn a little extra coin on the side? It's for a good cause.
Are you from... I don't understand.
I am a
Who do you be?
creature, simpler, less certain of my purpose, and in dire need of good clothes.
You know, I think Zira has some potential as a guildmaster. But don't tell her I said anything of the sort. What, are you writing a book? Go bother someone who isn't likely to slip poison into your water skin. All right, if you must know, yes. I love the quiet, working in my garden. Still, I suppose a part of me missed this life. A small part, but... She's too young, too inexperienced. I don't know what Zira was thinking allowing that youngling to join the guild. Oh, she's got some raw talent, I'll give you that. But raw talent usually just winds up turning a sweet heist sour. Mark my words. Never quite understood that preening, overdressed lizard. But he's good to have around. He's too happy for his own good, mind you, and talking to him makes my head hurt. Still, the guild is probably better off with him than without him, I suppose. I go away and come back to find that Zira is in charge? Ah, she's got delusions of grandeur, but she's far from ready to lead this crew. Besides, I was never keen on taking orders, even back when Nicholas was the guild master. Not about to start now.
You're working today? Better free up more gold before you get back. Accounting, inventory, managing the futility of keeping the lot of you honest. You have any idea how hard it is to watch the coffers in a den of thieves? It's like watching my sister multiplied by, I don't know, a lot. They don't get much sleep. Twin, if you could believe it. I love her, but she drives me crazy. You would not believe how much she can spend on cosmetics. Work-related. Half, maybe. I'm going to stop you right there. Before the wheels start turning, if you need to get paid, I'll make sure you get everything you're owed. I don't miscount. Never forget, I don't miscount. My sister and I would work up confident schemes on wealthy merchants. She'd dress the part. I'd dress the ledgers. The guild offered stability and an audience that could appreciate the performance. Hopefully, it can again.
Hello, partner. I'm happy to inform you that I can pick a lock within 15 seconds. As long as nobody's watching. I'm not sure. Let me get back to you on that after I've had a little more time for everything to sink in. There's certainly more politics involved than I was expecting. Oh, I've got an opinion. I've got a bunch of them and none of them good. Velsa is mean, ornery, and as prickly as a thorny beanstalk. And I don't think she likes me very much. But I've never seen anyone handle poisons and tinctures the way she does. He's got fancier clothes than most of the nobles back in Oradon. He's also a pretty good listener. He's made me feel welcome. Without you and Walk Softly, I'm not sure I would have stuck around as long as I have. The Guildmaster? She seems to be handling a difficult situation, but I certainly wouldn't want to try to fill her boots. If it were me, I'd be a hot mess, but she always finds a way to pull it together. I suppose that's why she's the leader.
Of the two of us, I'd say you're looking sharper. Velsa was right. Speaking upon aloud has diminished me as a person. Thanks for noticing. I do like to put my best foot forward in everything I do. But a lot of credit goes to Zira and the rest of our crew. A single lizard isn't enough to form a guild. Even one as dapper and dashing as me. Have you seen the way Quen moves? She can get up and over a wall faster than I can fold a perfect pocket square. I have a nose for talent, and Quen is the real deal. As we go about rebuilding the crew, we do worse than to find a few more like her. What's to think? She's our guildmaster, and she's a good friend. She stepped forward in our darkest hour and pulled the guild back from the brink of extinction. Under her leadership, I don't think there's anything we can't accomplish. I don't think. I never say anything hurtful about the people I know. That's just not couth. However, I would be remiss not to warn you. Try not to get on Velsa's bad side. She has a terrible temper. You really don't want to constantly check your food for poison.
Crime is nothing more than a series of calculations and figures in a ledger. Understand the numbers, and the world is your goblet of golden wine. As soon as the guild is back to full strength, I can have us profitable in no time. You make it sound so pedestrian. I am a member of the guild, just like you. But instead of working with lockpicks, I balance ledgers, while keeping my eyes and ears open for interesting business opportunities. If you're implying that I'd ever do anything to hurt the guild, well, that notion is as outlandish as a bonnet on a dragon frog. Now, unless you have some legitimate concerns to discuss, I'd prefer you let me get back to my books. That's one word to describe what I do, and I do it very well. I'm a little worried about this Kosh person, though. Until I can examine his ledgers and review his journals, he's just an empty box as far as I'm concerned. And I hate empty boxes.
The plane meld is finally over. Does this mean we can go home now?
I haven't seen too many of the old gang yet. I suppose it will take a while for word of our return to spread. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to get the guild up and running again. Who knows? I might even plan a heist while I'm waiting. Common thieves only consider the horizontal. They never think about the vertical and how it relates to our chosen profession. Me, I'm always looking up. That's usually where the wealthy marks keep their best stuff. I heard about that, but I'm not worried. Zero will take care of this Kosh. That's what a guildmaster does, after all.
Isn't Walk Softly sleek? If not for him, I'd be rotting away in a dungeon somewhere, instead of hiding in this amazing cistern, waiting for my next job to come along. That came out sounding terrible, but I really do appreciate what he did for me. I heard, but if the guild didn't wind up with the dowry, I wonder who did. It's the curse of Prince Hugh. Nothing ever turns out as planned in a boss landing, and that's the truth. You think so? That's the nicest thing anyone said about me since I left Greenshade. And mostly they said, good riddance as I departed. Who told you about... I mean, no, not a thing. Look, I can't help it if things accidentally happen to fall into my pouches. If I had to keep track of every item that belonged to someone else and wound up in my possession, I'd never get anything done.
Farendar can move things from place to place when a boss needs. Goods, coin, people too sometimes. Find me if you have such a need, boss.
The guild needs me and my brawlers around for when things go wrong. And trust me, no matter how well planned a caper might be, something always goes wrong. I was biding my time, determining how best to perform my duties in the face of overwhelming odds. But as soon as I got the word that Zero was reforming the guild, I was back here in 2 shakes of a horker's tail. Thrag did an admirable job in my absence. Now that I'm back, he will return to his role as my second in such matters. I know that will irritate the tusk out of him, but it can't be helped. I'm Thrag's superior in every way, and he knows it. Thrag chose well when he brought Gazana into the guild. She's more than capable, and I'm sure she will serve us well. And she's very pleasant to look at. Knowing Thrag, that was the first thing that crossed his mind when he recruited her. The Iron Wheel? Facing those sharp tusks head-on would be as suicidal as chubloons charging a snow bear. We will weather this storm. The guild was around before the Iron Wheel, and will still be around after they're long gone.
Deals and bargains. Bargains? Looking for a deal?
Buy locally, walkers. Come, do your trading here.
Ready for another? All right, time to get back to work. We need to figure out how to keep Margus Darius from finding the golden skull of Belakar before we do. The survival of Cyrodiila collections depends upon it. Not to mention Murkmire, maybe all of Blackmarsh. Depends on the source, but all the legends indicate that the skull contains powerful magic, not to mention a curse that could destroy Murkmire. I shudder at the very notion of someone like Margus or the Blackguards getting their hands on it. We need to follow the trail. Whatever Margus found inside the idol, he's going to need Argonian experts to help him decipher it. Talk to Gilar. He knows a few local Argonians with knowledge of Murkmire. That's who Margus will seek out as well. Gilar's down by the water working on his boat. He should be able to point you to the Argonians most likely to possess the knowledge that Margus needs. Get to them and find out what Margus questioned them about.
The cursed skull scares the wind out of my sails, and that's a fact. Does Concordia have more work for us to do? Why didn't I think of that? The Blackguards are sure to harass anyone they think can help them decipher the clues that lead to the cursed skull. I can think of 5 or 6 knowledgeable Argonians right here in Shadowfen. Here, you check on the Argonians on this list, and I'll go check on a few others. Meet me back here after you're done, and we can compare notes. Just be careful. If the Blackguards found them, there's a good chance they're keeping an eye on them.
Could you help me out?
Oh, what have I done?
I just got word. I'm an
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No more drinking. My head's splitting. My mouth feels like a cagoody nested in it, and I'm in serious trouble. I don't suppose you'd care to help out a down-on-her-luck chef, would you? Go back in time and cut out my tongue. No, then I wouldn't be able to taste my wonderful cooking. Last night I made a terrible bet with a hunter friend of mine, Vinaza. I told him cooking was art and hunting was peasants' work. He took offense. I boasted I'd hunt Shadowfen, collecting ingredients from exotic animals. An aelit's heart, a caguti's ribs, eggs of a giant wasp, and delicious mud crab claw meat. I'd meet him in Hismir and prepare a feast to prove it. But I can't hunt. That's one of the problems. I know you can find these beasts all over Shadowfen, but I don't know where. And I'd get killed if I went roaming around the swamps. You'll have to ask Vinaza, but don't let him know I sent you. Just appeal to his vanity. The old lizard's pride got me into this. I don't see why it shouldn't get me out, too. He's probably just outside the city hunting. That's what he does all the time. Thinks he's the greatest gamesman in Shadowfen. Don't ask. What I have to do if I lose, oh, it doesn't bear thinking upon. Just know that if I lose this bet, I'll have to stay drunk for the rest of my life to live down the shame.
The vice cannons rooted out a Dominion camp in those Daedric ruins.
Try not to throw the sword
Yeah,
when
but
you
they
lunge.
had outside help.
Makes it too easy to
Catching
disarm
pools
yourself.
recover due to your efforts. You are truly a friend to the Hist.
Laughing hearts made blood afar, a gown on seared fair, and like a dart shot
Stop that thief!
This guar gives its life so we may have meat. Now I give you my time. Why? Oh? Do the winds speak my name? Or the birds? Or is there perhaps someone else who told you to speak with me? My adroitnosity is known throughout the fen, of course, but it whispers only to its creatures, and me, of course. Everyone? The Metropolinia hum with tales of my vergoritude. Well, who am I to deny them? Go ahead, ask your questions. The Fens speak to me readily about their bountinosity of beasts. Please, ask me about any of these and I will stupendify you with my knowledge. But know that most beasts of the Fens can be found anywhere, if you are wise enough to find them. Interesting, but deadly insects. They can be found singly or in swarms. Beware the Wasp Queen. She has a mighty sting, and is often protected by her lesser drones. Wasps dwell mostly in the venomous fens, the southernmost region of Shadowfen. Mud crabs live all over the world, but the sweetest of the hard-backed beasts live here, in reticulated spine. The foul-tempered creatures can be found all along the northern region of Shadowfen. Larger and more deadly predators than the Kaguti, Aelid hunt the venomous fens along the southern edge of Shadowfen. Be careful. These beasts carry a disease called ataxia. You'll find yourself staggering and weak if you let them bite you. They are two-legged predators, more aggressive than guar, and similar in some way to Aelids. They eat anything they can fit in their large mouths. To hunt them, search the central regions of Shadowfen in Leafwater.
Halt and surrender. Take care, or collecting your bounty. You just cracked the egg, scum.
These words are so final. You've seen me up here writing. Letters sent, but not returned. Why do I keep writing to him if he doesn't care? Perhaps the mire has finally taken him. I've been sending letters to a corpse. Lutima. We were egg cousins when we were young. He fell in love and went to the percolating mire to follow her. All the while, he was blind to my affections. At first, he sent letters back. Then, none came. I even wrote to his lover to ask what became of him. Nothing. There was never a reply. I'm leaving these swamps. I'm going to go to the dry lands. This is my last letter to Lutima. Will you deliver it to him? If not into his hands, then his grave. I fear the worst.